As Abram explored the land God had promised to him, his nephew Lot moved his flocks further and further south into the fertile valley. He would see in the distance the large cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and knew he could make a lot of money selling sheep and cattle there. So he moved his tents close to Sodom. Later, he set up next to the city walls. Finally, he moved inside the city. Big mistake. Sodom was full of wicked people who cared nothing about Lot's God. Trouble came when 4 kings from the north marched to battle against Sodom and 4 of her neighboring cities. Sodom and its allies were defeated, their homes plundered, and their citizens carried off as slaves, along with Lot and his family. One captive, however, escaped and fled to find Abram.
Master Abram? Master Abram! Master, have you seen Master Abram? Master Abram, there you are!
Hey, what's wrong?
Master Abram, the South has been taken.
The South?
Lot and his family.
Lot?
They're in trouble! They're in trouble!
Eliezer! Eliezer, wake up!
Yes, Master Abram.
Eliezer, get the men together. We're going to go march after the armies tonight.
Of course.
Guys, come on, get up. We're going to war. So it looks like we only have about 315 people to fight, and that is no match for an armies of 4 kings.
Don't worry, Eliezer. God will go with us. All right, now let's move out. Quiet.
Wait, look, the enemy camp up ahead. What do we do? There's so many of them.
It looks like they have guards here, 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 here. Big guard right there. Here, here. A couple small ones there. Here, here. A whole bunch of guards all around there. There's a lot of guards. So, I think what we need to do is we need to split up and attack them tonight while they're still asleep. That way we'll catch them by surprise. That's the only chance we have. Eliezer, you take some of the men and go to the south. You stay with me and we'll attack from the north. When I give the signal, we'll all attack together as one. Now, attack! Attack them! Go, chase after them. Go, go! Lot. Get you out of here. All right, let's go home, son. Let's go home.
Wait, Master Abram, shouldn't we gather up some of the riches?
Yeah. Let's take some wealth with us. Grab something. Quick, grab anything. Let's go back home.
Blessed be Abraham by El Elyon, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. All praise to God Most High, who has helped you conquer your enemies. Please go.
Thank you, King Melchizedek of Salem. Thank you for your generosity and your blessing. Now, I have a gift for you. Most pagan people give 10% of their winnings to their pagan gods as a sort of thanks offering. I'd like to give that same amount to you, who worships the one true God. This is my thanks offering to him.
Abram, as king of Sodom, I give you permission to keep the other 9/10 of the recovered wealth. But in return, I would like the people from my city who were captured, and you may keep the rest of the money.
King Bera, you can have your captives back, and you can also have your money. I will not take a cent of it, for if I did, people would say that it was you who made me rich and not God. So, we will only accept the food that we have already eaten. You can take your captives.
Yes.
War never changes. Adonai, God Most High, I know that it's you who gave us victory in this battle today, but I'm still a little scared. I mean, what if the kings gathered their forces again and attacked me again? I didn't keep any of their weapons to improve our own fighting power. Tell me, was that the wrong thing to do?
Don't be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your protection. And you don't need the plunder from war, for I will reward you greatly.
Lord, what else could you give me as a reward? You've already given me this land and given me all my wealth. I don't even have a son of my own to give all that to. All my money's going to go to Eliezer, my chief servant, whenever I die.
No, your servant will not be your heir, for you will have a son of your own to inherit everything I am giving you. Look up at the heavens, Abram. How many stars are there?
Lord, there's too many stars for one man to count.
Someday the children of your family will be as many as the stars, so many that no one can count them, a great multitude of people.
Lord, it sounds wonderful.
Because you believe me, you are therefore righteous. Not only will I make you into a great people, I will also give you a great land. I am Yahweh, Jehovah, the Lord who called you out of Ur to give you this land.
Well, Lord Yahweh, can you tell me how you're going to accomplish all this? Give me some of the details on how this is all going to work.
Bring some animals to sacrifice on the altar, the way ancient people have always understood that a covenant promise is being made. Your descendants will have to live in a foreign country for 400 years. They will become slaves there, but I will punish the nation that makes them slaves, and I will bring them out with great wealth and return them to this land. That will give time for the sin of the people who live here to reach its full extent, but you, Abram, will live to be an old man. I give your descendants all the land between the border of Egypt in the south to the Euphrates River in the north.
Is it morning already? What a wonderful promise God's given me. I must tell Sarai. Sarai! Sarai! Sarai, where are you?
Yes?
Sarai! I have some great news for us. Last night I spoke with God, and He told me that He was going to make our descendants into a great multitude of people, and that they'd become a nation of kings who'd be a blessing to the whole world. But do you know what that means?
No.
It means we're going to have a son.
A son?
We're going to have a son. We're going to have our own kid.
Finally.
Time passed. Abram and Sarai still had no children. Sarai became impatient and talked Abram into marrying her servant Hagar. He did, and they had a son Ishmael, but he was not the son God had promised. Abram was 86 years old at the time. 13 years later, God appeared to Abram again.
Abram, I am El Shaddai, God Almighty, all-powerful. Serve me faithfully and live a blameless life. I'm going to make you become not just a great multitude of people, whom I have given a great land, but also I will make you the father of a great nation of kings. And that is not all. Here's my secret rescue plan. You will become the father of many nations, because through you everyone on earth will be blessed. One of your descendants will be the promised Redeemer of the world. As a sign of this promise, I am changing your name from Abram, meaning exalted father, to Abraham, which means father of many. Now as a sign that you have accepted this covenant, that I will always be your God and the God of all your descendants, your bodies will bear the mark of my covenant. As for your wife, you will no longer call her Sarai, but Sarah, or princess, because I will give you a son by her, and she will be the mother of many nations.
Wait, Lord, you said I'm going to have a son by Sarah? Me and Sarah are going to have a kid? This day can't get any better. I mean, Sarah's almost 90 years old, and here I am almost 100, but you're saying that the two of us are going to have a kid? Wait, Lord, can my other son Ishmael, can he have your blessing too?
Since you ask, I will bless Ishmael and cause him to become a great nation. But my covenant with you is to be through the son that Sarah will have, whom you will name Isaac.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. This is wonderful.
Here, Abram, sit. Who are those three people walking towards us? I haven't seen them.
I'm not sure who that is. Greetings, gentlemen. You must be tired from your travels. Here, come stay in our tent for a while. We have refreshments. Come, sit down. Thank you. Here.
Where's your wife, Sarah?
Oh, Sarah? She's in the tent. But how did you know her name? And how did you know her new God-given name is that?
About this time next year, Sarah will have a son.
A son? How could a woman like me have a son?
Why did Sarah laugh? Does she think that this is impossible for God to do?
I didn't laugh.
You laughed?
I didn't laugh.
No, you did laugh. But next year, you will have a son.
How could this man know what was in my heart? How could he say with such certainty that I am a son? This is no man at all. This is God.
Well, gentlemen, here, let me walk with you for a ways. Here. There's my coat.
Should I tell him what I'm going to do? I mean, he should be a great nation, and through him, the whole world will be blessed. Then he must know what happens to those who refuse to live righteously and treat others with respect. Abraham,
Yes, Lord.
I'm going to Sodom and Gomorrah to see if these cities are as wicked as they seem.
Well, if Sodom and Gomorrah is as wicked as you say, then surely you'll destroy them?
Yes, of course.
But Lot and his family lives in Sodom. Well, wait, Lord. You're the judge of the universe. So then, being a judge, you're obviously very fair. But would it be right to destroy the good people in Sodom as well as the wicked people? Like, say you found maybe 50 righteous individuals in Sodom and Gomorrah. Would you still destroy the cities?
If I find 50 good people in Sodom, I'll not destroy it.
All right, all right. Well, now, Lord, what if you found 5 less than 50, like 45? Would you still destroy Sodom if there were only 45 good people?
If I go to Sodom and find 45 good people, I'll not destroy it.
All right, all right. Well, now, Lord, what if you only found 40 individuals in Sodom and Gomorrah? You wouldn't destroy it still, would you?
No, I'll not destroy Sodom if I find 40 good people there.
All right, all right. Well, Lord, what if you only found maybe 30 good people in Sodom and Gomorrah? Would you still destroy it?
If I find 30 good people in Sodom, I will not destroy it.
All right, very well. Well, Lord, say you only found 20?
For the sake of 20 people, I will not destroy Sodom.
All right. Well, now, Lord, I know it's probably rude for me to keep talking to you this way, but what if there were only 10 good people in Sodom and Gomorrah? I mean, surely there's got to be 10 good people in Sodom and Gomorrah, and you wouldn't destroy it then, would you?
If I find 10 good people in Sodom, I will not destroy it.
Very well, Lord. I can't return home until I see what the Lord does. I have to see what happens to Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot, what were you thinking? Moving in with those wicked people? Didn't he know that they could influence him? He might not even be one of those 10 righteous people. I'll just have to wait here and see what happens. time is it? Where's Sodom and Gomorrah? That's two cities. They're just gone. There's nothing left of them but ash and smoke. Not even 10 good people. There weren't even 10 good people living in Sodom and Gomorrah.
But God had listened to Abraham's request. The two men who went on ahead were actually two angels who found Lot in the city and brought him and his wife, and 2 daughters, out of Sodom, before the fire rained down on them. However, Lot's wife did not want to leave her home with all its riches. She disobeyed the angel's command to run for their lives without looking back. Instead, she turned around to look again at her beautiful home. As her family ran ahead, instantly, she became a pillar of salt. On a happier note, just as God had promised, 9 months later, Sarah gave birth to a son. They named him Isaac, meaning son of laughter. And this time, Sarah did laugh, a glorious, happy laughter, because her dream had come true. They knew now that God would keep all his promises. One day he would send another baby who would bring laughter and joy to the whole world. He would be everyone's dream come true. Come back tomorrow to find out what happens as Isaac grows up.